Are we really?
Yeah. 25.
Welcome to Unrolled, episode number 25. Soon we get to look at analytics in 10 more weeks, right? My name is Mike. This is Chuck. Next to me, 35 episodes in, you get to look at analytics.
We're over 35 because we've got 35 videos.
Oh, okay.
We've got all the Steve stuff.
Yeah.
And I've been going to try and figure out how the GoPro works on the selfie stick thing. I don't even know where that is.
I don't either. It might be in my office,
It's probably
actually.
in your office.
So welcome to Unrolled. We're going to cut, light, and smoke a cigar, and then we're going to unroll one. And I'm pretty excited to unroll this one. This is the Medio Tiempo, and there's a special leaf in the center of it that I'm going to...
A special leaf?
Yeah, it's like a toy at the bottom of the cereal box.
Oh, I see.
So only 1 in 10 plants will have these leaves sprout up on the very top. And
Okay.
They get the most sun, so it has like a high concentrate of boldness. And so they this is actually
Boldness. By boldness, do you mean nicotine?
I believe that's what they're referring to. Was that your phone beeping
Yeah,
or the camera?
my phone.
Okay, because I can't see
think.
the camera. So yeah, I'm excited to unroll that one. It's wildly popular. It's pretty inexpensive. It's delicious, and we had a whole bunch of them. So because I order them by like 3-4 boxes at a time because they do so well here. So I'm excited to unroll that one. I'm excited to try to find the Medio Tiempo leaf or leaves that's inside of it.
That's why they name them that?
Yeah, that's why it's named that.
I'm going to make sure that camera's recording.
Yep.
Because you made me nervous.
I know. Sorry. All right.
Make me paranoid about it.
I know. So before we start, we fight lights. We fight. We're trying to. It's what it really comes down to. Joe Moran from the Unseen Stars told us in the very beginning of this that these cameras aren't worth T-balling up and hitting with a baseball bat. That are literally so worthless. So he gifted us a camera that's smarter than both of us put together. So it just sits over there looking like we know what we're doing, and but it also only records in 30-minute segments.
Yeah, 30-minute intervals. I'm gonna have to just
We're gonna have to learn
get
it.
over it. And do
Yeah,
it.
we're gonna have to learn it, and we'll just take 30-minute break, or we'll take a break every 30 minutes, and then have a commercial from our paying sponsors.
Right. Well, yeah. Yeah, we got lots of them.
So we're now taking applications and deposits on sponsorships for our commercials every 30 minutes.
The problem is that even if we did that, YouTube would put them in at different times anyway. So
Right.
I got 2 commercials in a 10-minute video the other day I was watching. I was like, what the
That's not
This
that
guy
bad,
must be
is it?
popular.
Oh yeah, right. So when do they start putting commercials in ours?
When you hit monetization.
Oh, so when we have more views than what we currently do.
Yeah, way more.
Way more. I haven't seen you in a few days. Did I see you over the weekend?
No. Did you see Ron's truck in back?
I did. I was back there yesterday wondering why my building hasn't been started on back here. So I was like, it's...
So it almost can go home.
It looks fantastic.
Well, I got to cut the wheel wells out in the
Okay.
bed. I have to cut those out.
Now, did it have a cover for like the hump in the bed?
It did. We had to cut it out.
Okay. All right.
So he had some people come up and help him put the bed on Sunday, and then they put the bed on, and then I was like, it's hitting, on the hump.
Right.
I didn't think it was hitting 2 different places actually, and I was like, oh. And Billy come up and helped him, and I looked at Billy and I go, I measured it like 5 times, man, but that don't mean nothing with me. So,
Right.
it seems like I measure something and it never turns out anyway. So, are you hearing that feedback?
Yeah.
You won't get it.
There you go.
It won't be there post though.
Oh, it won't?
Nope,
Oh, it's so much
because
better.
it's not recording.
No,
No,
I
it
still
ain't.
hear it. There.
I'll just hold it.
Yeah, no. You don't have to hold it.
No, I'm gonna have to hold it. It won't be there post anyway.
All right, so
We'll
just ignore it.
Yeah, because it's not recording on that channel.
Gotcha. No, I thought it looked really good. I thought those rims turned out really nice. Was that spacers to change bolt pattern to make them work?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, it looks good. I love the stance. I love how low it is.
It'll be lower once I get rid of all the stuff that it's hitting on, stopping it from going lower. It's just resting on the tires, both up front and in back.
Oh, is that what it's sitting on right now? It's
Yeah,
the
it's
tires?
sitting on the tires.
Oh, so you got to cut out all the fins and production stuff that's in the fender wells.
Yep.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
I don't know. Being under that bed, it needs a whole new bed.
Is the bed rotten? Or just...
It's got some bad spots in it.
Oh, that's fine. Just put some of that rust spray on there. It'll be fine.
I was trying to beat the lips up, and it kept raining rust on me, and I was like, dude, I'm done. I'll just cut them out.
Yeah. Right. No, it looks real good. Jeff was telling me that he's going to try to get the Ethan's truck out and to his building if that ever gets done. So that'd be cool to get that going. Or out of there anyway. June 11th, I got to tell you, because I haven't seen you in a while, and my brain's really been kind of just screwed up a lot.
The 11th and 12th is all wheels, ain't it?
The 12th is all wheels.
Okay.
The 11th is a Craft and Puro event here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we'll have Mark and maybe if we're lucky, if he can fly in, drive his Ferrari from, but we could get Sammy Hagar here.
Sammy's going to come in?
Sammy might be here, so that's why I got the red Silverado.
At least it's Sammy Hagar lookalike anyway.
Well, right. I mean,
Right.
Sammy's probably not even alive. It's probably just Hodges running around, fill it in for him.
No, I come up Sunday, and he could have took it home if it wasn't for that, and there's no brake fluid back there, which I don't know where all the brake fluid went.
Well, that's kind of interesting. We always have brake fluid.
Yeah, well, we bought 2 big jugs of brake fluid.
Well, that was when we needed like a jug of outing when we were off-roading.
That's we still had half a jug of that left. I know we did, and I can't find it nowhere.
Somebody used it as ATF.
Probably. It's possible.
Yeah. So that's pretty awesome that truck's coming along. I think it looks fantastic.
Yeah, it's almost it could have went if it wasn't for those 2 things. It could have went
right
Sunday. It would have went Sunday.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was up here yesterday. We had a few people come in. The weather was so amazing yesterday.
Yeah, it was really nice yesterday.
Yeah, you went to the zoo.
I spent it at the zoo.
Nice. When was the last time you were at the zoo?
I don't know. Years. Been a while.
Right.
It's all the same. All the animals are sleeping and hiding.
Right. It was a nice day. I figured some activity be running around.
Not really.
No?
I guess the orangutans were playing and fighting, so I guess that was kind of cool. The ones that are outside.
Yeah. That's awesome. So just 3 of you went, or?
No. There was 10 people there altogether.
Holy crap! And you went.
Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive.
So they make you make reservations to go to the zoo, right?
Not anymore.
Well, not after the 23rd.
I was gonna say that just dropped off.
Yeah, the 23rd they drop it off. But here's the thing. So we're standing there waiting for everybody to show up. 2 different cars,
right.
A car full of teenagers that
right.
had to smoke pot the entire time they were on their way there.
Sure.
That's why they all rode in the same car.
Right.
So we're standing there. They didn't want to pay the $15 for parking. I pay the $15 for parking because it's right there.
Yes,
Plus,
sir.
Plus, then my vehicle's in a secured lot, which makes a difference.
Right. Oh yeah.
It's still vulnerable, sure, but it's better than being on the side of the road in Forest Park.
Right.
Far better. So they didn't want to pay the parking, so they ended up at a different entrance. So that was a cluster.
Yep.
Grandpa, which is really nice guy, he's really, really nice guy, 78 years old, but I just don't think he's 100% anymore. I just don't think he's...
Mentally, or...
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's close, but just not quite.
Right.
Really nice guy, super nice. And but at one point I was like, "Hey, you want to go get him?" Because he's just walking off,
doing his own thing, huh? Uh-oh.
And I'm like, "You want to go get him?" And So after that incident, I was like, "We're going in. I'm done." We didn't have the reservation, so we were waiting for them because that's who had the reservation information.
Right.
So I said, "We're going in." So I made the guy let us in, and then we just met someplace inside because they parked at the other entrance.
Right. Right.
So we just met them, in the middle, basically in the middle.
Right.
And then I played Grandpa Wrangler all day because I just didn't seem like anybody cared if he was wandering off to me. So after the second time of having to stop while somebody went and found Grandpa, I just started hanging back in the back.
Right.
To make sure Grandpa was
Okay.
following along
Right
with the
on.
group.
Right on. Yeah, well, people are kind of fun sometimes. We're going to.
Really nice guy, had a really good time, but he was just that. So when we were waiting to come in, they brought a group of seniors in, and this guy, they kept calling him Dick, so I'm gonna guess his name's Dick.
Or Richard.
But he just full speed. Full speed's not very fast for him, but full speed towards the entrance. like they were bringing in, it was a senior living,
Right.
and
Dude was trying to escape.
and Dick would come and he'd come up and talk to you, and but you couldn't hear him. I couldn't hear him. I couldn't understand what he was saying.
Right.
He seemed like a really nice guy too. They're all really nice, but just full speed towards the entrance. To hell with everybody else.
That's awesome.
And so they get ready to go, and I see this girl. They lead, and I stop this girl, and I go, I think you should let Dick lead the group. He knows where he's going.
Right.
He's been going all day. He's been going somewhere all day. So.
Well, it sounds like a good day. How long were you guys there at the zoo? How many hours?
From noon to almost 5.
That's a long time.
That is a long time.
Did you guys eat there or take lunch?
I ended up getting a pretzel there because I wasn't going to make it.
Right. Okay.
To dinner. So.
Oh, did you guys do dinner over there or come back this
I
way?
went to some diner right there.
High Point?
No.
Oh.
Courtesy Inn.
Okay. Yeah. Right down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's right by the Bimmer's place. Jeff and I go to.
Oh, I don't know.
No, it is.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a decent food, but
Yeah. Courtesy's all right. The High Point's. I don't know where they're all at. I gotta go hit them all. I think one just opened.
It wasn't food. I mean, it wasn't dinner food though. It would have been great to go there first.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been awesome to meet there first. We should have went there first, and then maybe we could all got to the same entrance.
Right. No, because they weren't going to pay for parking.
Well, they probably would have paid for parking if they seen me pulling in and paying for parking. But, or I would have just paid for their parking just to avoid the hassle. Would have been well worth the $15 to me.
Right. Well, now you know.
So.
Now you know. For next time. Did you guys ride the train?
No, the train costs like $10 a person.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Did it used to be free?
Grandpa said it used to be free.
Well, Grandpa's probably right. A lot of things were free when Grandpa was young.
Right. No, and it doesn't go nowhere.
It circles park.
I mean, but it doesn't. You don't really see anything.
It
It doesn't look like you do anyway.
I don't know.
I was looking at it on the map.
Have you ever rode the train at the zoo? Mm-mm. Really?
Six Flags. I ride the train at Six Flags every time I go.
So the Six Flags train and the zoo train, and then there's a train down at the Merrimack Caverns. Like when you go down there, there's like close to it anyway. There's a place you can ride like a real small train, like where you're sitting on top of the car, right? Mm-hmm. Those are the only 3 trains I've ever rode in my life. I've never been on an Amtrak. I've been on train cars.
When Amtrak drops its stupid mask thing, we plan to go back up to Chicago.
Nice.
I'm not sitting 4 hours with a mask on my face though.
One more murder, then you're going to kill one more person on the way back.
Not happening. So, yeah, I just thought that was stupid. Back to the reservation thing, because I don't think I finished that. They have you got to make a reservation, but why? That park was absolutely full. The zoo was absolutely full. So full enough that you had to walk around people everywhere you went.
Really?
So,
well, I mean, it's getting towards the end of the reservations, so maybe they just. It's just a.
No,
phase.
they were checking them.
Were they really?
Yeah, they were checking them.
Well, maybe they. Well, I mean, Just because they're taking reservations doesn't mean anything.
Well, I got a sign on the bridge from the parking lot over.
Right.
I got a sign that says, if you don't have a reservation, click this QR scan and make one now.
So it doesn't matter at all.
Right.
It's all bullshit like everything else has been.
Right. Exactly.
Hey, you didn't miss much yesterday. Some guy went to the Alton shop looking for me, so then he came up here, gets up here, and then he goes, let's go riding. It's a beautiful day. I'm like, well, I didn't retire 2 weeks ago. I have to work.
Was it that guy?
Andy.
Well, who's Andy?
I don't know. He's a guy who come up here.
Riding motorcycles or?
Yeah, riding a motorcycle. Oh. No, not Steve. Yeah, Steve is the one-wheel rider. No, he works shift work. So
we got to get him to try them. Did you see them pictures I posted?
I saw that. I saw you tag Table 36 on that.
They're way steeper than they look.
No, I'm going to tell you. So, we've taken a lot of pictures of hills with all the off-roading and everything, right? I could see the depth of that hill. And I'm like, oh, shit. That's
way steeper than they look.
I'm like, man, I'm not.
So if I go down one of those.
On the one wheel.
If I go down, even if I'm walking, if I go down where I was, if I take the pictures and I go down,
right,
I'm basically home. I gotta like turn a corner and go up another hill and I'm home.
Now, is this the Batalto property that
yes.
they've been screaming don't trespass on?
Yes.
Because it's like sacred grounds of Batalto ownership.
Yes, it's sacred. It's sacred. We burn asphalt.
Right. Sacred waste management.
We burn asphalt shingles back here.
We don't want you to see our dirt.
We burn asphalt shingles, mattresses,
figuratively and literally.
When somebody hits a orange road cone thing, the big ones, the
big barrels,
an orange barrel. We burn those back here. We burn trash back here that we pick up in the neighborhood.
Don't forget about the people that want to expose government corrupt. They burn those people back there.
Right.
So everybody gets burned.
We turn raccoons loose back here because it's not in our backyard anymore.
Well, I mean, the river's too far. You can't just keep taking raccoons to Missouri and dropping them off.
I watched them do it.
What, just let them loose back there?
Yeah, I've been back there in the woods walking, and I've seen their animal control pull up back there and just dump possums and raccoons off right back there. It's not their backyard. Why do they care?
Well, I mean, it's city grounds, so, I mean, I guess they're letting them into the wild, and if you throw some trash pandas back there, maybe they'll eat the trash that they're burning.
They're letting them into the wild. Right behind the neighborhood.
Right, so where they just end up right back. That's a nice job security.
But not in their neighborhood.
But job security.
But it's not in their neighborhood.
Oh, it's not Batalto anymore?
No.
Oh.
That's all behind Cottage Hills where they do that at.
Well,
was that State Boys?
Statey was on Broadway pulling people over.
Oh, I think that was State Boys that just went by.
No, whoever it was incredibly fast.
Huh.
Yeah, I saw on the way in this morning, I stopped and grabbed a box of STLs for up here. And Stady had somebody pulled over, so kind of slowed down my street racing a little bit. So I had a super loud Mustang. I was heading to Alton High, and I had a super loud Mustang next to me. I think it was last Friday, and we were at the stop sign together. And so I left the air on, traction control on, everything on. Right. I did put it in trailer mode because I get higher shift points in trailer mode. Right. So. I had Isabel in the car. So we launched. That Mustang couldn't pull too far from me. Like his rear bumper, and we were getting it.
Right.
It was 80 from the stop sign to like the laundromat. We're heading towards Alton High, right? There's a stop sign on Albion Humbert. We were at where Mr. T's used to be. Right. So we're going towards Alton High. We were 80 passing like those apartments right there that used to be bad, that who knows what they are now. But anyway, we were doing 80 right there, and that dude's bumper, and I didn't launch, right? And I just I nudged him, see if he wanted to go,
right? And
then I just floored it, and tires spun, tires kick on that thing, and we go, and it kind of sets you back a little bit, right? But he couldn't get even the full car in front. And then I shut it down at 80 because I'm like, it's 45. There's almost always police officers up
there. But he couldn't pull you. He couldn't pull away from you.
Yeah, he couldn't walk. He wasn't walking me like I figured he would. I mean, with all that loudness. So
that's what Mustangs are famous for.
Well, I was
going nowhere.
Well, I was scared that he was going to grab second and smash into me. So I was keeping an eye on him.
That's why he let him be in front to begin with.
Right. I did too. I didn't like launch because I was like, man, his second's gonna just cream right into me because I'm on the right side. So
Right.
yeah, they like to go right for some
Right.
reason. Yeah. So I kept back a little bit, but he couldn't walk me, and I was. Hey, he looked young. He doesn't know how to drive his car.
It's automatic.
Well, if it was automatic,
It was automatic.
yeah, because if it was stick, he probably would have. I don't know. That's a nice road out there, 100.
Would have missed the gear. And
Well, then I would have had him for sure. But,
did I miss gears in stick shifts when I'm running them like that still? So can't tell me some young kid's not going to miss gears.
Right. I missed a gear one time on a Harley, lost a race. I was like, then I got pulled over by the cops because I was the loser of the race. So I was the one that was pulled over.
Right.
I was like, damn it. Like this race had like real consequences.
Can't lose twice.
Yeah, I got. They're like, were you racing? Well, no, I was losing.
Right.
Missed my gear. I just quit.
If that's what you want to call it.
Right. Yeah. I was like, well, normally, yeah, but this time I screwed up, so I just let it go. Yeah.
Yeah, I spent. I put a bunch of miles down on the board Sunday too.
Yeah.
After I was done.
Yeah. I've been riding like probably about 4 or 5 miles before I go home after being down there, and
I don't know why you're not going down there and back. You should be able to make that.
because I'm hauling so much crap all the time. Like
Right.
yesterday I went to Sam's, so we're stocked up on drinks here, water, paper towels because we're completely out. And then I was gonna go home and unload and grab the motorcycle because I got the board down there in Alton charging.
Right.
So I mean, once everything's kind of settled in, like there's no trash can or anything down there at the Alton store yet. Like there's no dumpster. So I've been running everything over on the one wheel. But I've been running all my trash over to Mac's dumpster, his big construction dumpster, because he doesn't care that I'm using it. So I'm just riding around all over. I guess Saturday when I left too early. I left right at 9 p.m. Saturday night down there. And I guess about 11, 12, or 1, I don't know what
There
time.
was a shooting.
Yeah, right there at the
seen that.
firehouse. So,
See, that's where you're closing at 9. I thought
well, I just...
nothing good's gonna happen after.
No, and it won't, I fixed that door that's down there. I fixed the electricity. My mom is so pissed. She's so mad. They've been fighting that door for years. They've been flipping the breaker on the lights for years. I've been down there 7 days, and I fixed both. But, so Jason was down there, right?
Jason,
that comes up here.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Milo.
Milo, right. He doesn't want me to say his last name. So anyway, he was down there, and so he knows doors pretty. So we're looking at these hinges, and so he's like, well, let's see if we can fix it, because his dad was in the door business. So we're looking. He's like, man, I've never seen hinges like this. They had like adjustment screws in the middle of them to like raise the door. It was really weird. So we're sitting there screwing. All we're doing is making it worse. So I got mad. And I'm like, well, I'm just going to run this lag bolt in and just, So I started running it into the threshold to, like, lower the threshold. Well, then I hit concrete, and I lift everything up. So, I'm making it worse, literally. So I'm like, well, I already have the lag bolt out, the impact gun out. So I ran another lag bolt, or the same lag bolt somewhere else. I go to shut the door. I'm like, Jesus, I got to figure this door out now, because now it's not closing. And it literally shut perfect. I'm like, you know what? We're done. This is it. It like, you can pinky open it now. It works exactly how it was supposed to. I think the building was falling, and I ran the lag bolt up, and I literally lifted the whole door frame, the door sill up,
Right.
and now it works fine. I mean, absolutely perfect. So we got lights and fans up. We got fancy Edison bulbs. The fans looked a lot bigger in the photo than.
Yeah, they're little.
Have you seen them?
Yeah, I seen the one up here.
Yeah.
It's a little.
Oh yeah. It looked way $200 a fan.
Jesus Christ.
And they work. I mean, they move air around. You can feel them. But holy crap, that was so expensive. And then the lights, so they have, you can put, I want to say 4 light bulbs in them each, right? So
Right.
I'm like, well, I'm going to go get some 5-watt Edison bulbs, you
Right.
know? So I go to Lowe's. Well, they don't have enough inventory for 16
Right.
So I'm like, well, whatever, So I buy what they have. I wanted all the bulbs to match, but they couldn't be too big because they're inside of the cage. So I just buy whatever, and I take them in, and I'm like, you know what? I just start with I put 2 in on each one, and I'm like, that's enough light. Why do I need friggin' all this? I don't know. So it's looking better. I took down all those unistruts that were hanging on the ceiling.
Unistruts.
Yeah, that's what they were hanging.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The slings from.
Yeah.
So Jason.
I was wondering if you were going to take them down or not.
Yeah, I took them down. Those bolted through the ceiling and through the floor of the second floor. So I got all that out. Yeah, I got all that out.
Wow.
So
there's some good looking plywood on that second floor.
yeah, there's a
Stack of it.
That second floor looks like it's got so much potential already. It's so much closer than the other second floor.
Right. Way closer than the other second floor.
That building, that 3rd Street building, man, it's gonna be a death of me. Thursday, ACs are going on the roof.
Thursday?
Yeah. Like
nice.
Yeah. Day after this airs.
Nice.
Yeah.
So the insurance got the insurance all straightened out and.
No, it's still up in the air. Yeah. Living on the edge, buddy.
Yep. Hopefully that gets straightened out.
Yeah. Well, so they want to send an inspector out to check it out, right? I said, cool. Well, when you want to call probably Sunbelt, rent yourself a lift. Spent about $500 just to get up there and look at it for you to.
Right.
And I'm like, I said, or you can just look at them when they come down. Just have your boy bring a checkbook.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, lightning struck them, didn't it?
Yeah. Lightning struck that one.
Huh.
Yep. That's sad. So, because they worked last year. Last year we were cool in the summer because we were working on it. And this year it's literally has burn marks and something in there is cooked, and the only way that seizes or melts together is like a power surge.
Right.
And it didn't come from the building because the other one didn't power surge. So it was only lighting. Like, it's the bigger of the 2 units. It actually sits up probably the highest on the building,
Right.
And so it probably And what sucks is like we have no eyewitness account of it, or we didn't hear it happen. But man, we've had just some crazy storms. So yeah, it really sucks because I didn't want this to, because I still have to pay a deductible and everything else.
I was up here Sunday, right?
Yeah.
And I'm done. I hadn't ate all day. I was getting ready to go. I was going home, and I was going to put a pair because I had jeans on because I knew I was going to be cutting
Oh, in the back. Yeah.
Yeah, in the back. So I'm getting ready to leave. Get ready to go home, get something to eat, and I'm going to get the board out. And I look at my phone as I'm getting in the car in the truck. I look at my phone. Kid's car's overheated in Alton. Oh, my car's overheated. His buddy's a mechanic. He came and looked at. Nope.
The one that was wrecked.
Yeah, the one that was wrecked, and I just found out.
Yeah.
And nobody knows how it got wrecked.
Right.
So I said, nope, I will be there to get that car in a few minutes. So I get to drive all the way to Alton to get. So I'm in a bad mood now, right? I wasn't in a bad mood before, but now I'm in a bad mood because somebody else has put their dick beaters all over a car I'm responsible for.
Right.
And that means that I'm going to have to fix whatever they fixed.
Right.
They've overheated it. It's an all aluminum engine.
Oh.
That's a big no-no.
That's a huge no-no.
For everybody that doesn't know, that's a big no. If you get over where you normally ride, stop and pull over in these newer cars, the 4-cylinders, because
it warps everything.
You will trash them.
Yeah. Well,
somehow she got lucky.
You think?
No, I let it run for an hour.
Really?
So somehow she got lucky.
I
I drove it all the way home. I didn't even check the water when I got there because I was irritated, and I figured it's overheated anyway.
Right.
I'm just gonna fucking go home.
Mm-hmm.
And I drove it all the way home, and it didn't climb above halfway the entire way home. Even sitting in Humbert, I drove it Homer's Adams. Even sitting in all that traffic, it didn't climb. And then when I got home, I left it running, and I kept my eye on it, and I just kept my eye on it. And it didn't have enough water in it either. But I put well over a gallon of water in it. So
So it could be leaking through the.
Well, it's leaking where the radiators. Well, I already know where it's leaking.
From that wreck?
Yeah, Pinto's already told me where it was leaking. So, but I didn't. The way it was described, well, from what you could see, because of course you can't see nothing until you tear into it. From the way it looked to them in the way he showed me, it didn't look like it was leaking bad enough to really worry about so much. You know what I mean? Like it was just a seep.
Right.
But apparently it's leaking worse. So.
Just give that car back.
Can't. It's too late. There's like 4 months left on it.
Really? That's it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nice. Then can we lift it and smash it in the woods?
I mean, it's already smashed.
Well, I know, but let's go mow down some trees.
No, it's her car.
All right. Well, there's 99 Grand Cherokee getting ready to come around.
Oh, yeah?
It goes forwards and backwards.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, that's coming up.
Is there still an exploder outside?
Yeah, forward thinking, still on the side of the building. I haven't really put it on Marketplace because I was trying to be funny and sell it that way.
Right.
So I'm going to sell this other car too. My brother calls me yesterday and says that, so he's been driving the minivan because his wife took the Mini Cooper.
Right.
So, they both have minis.
Fair enough.
But anyway, so he calls me and he said that, like, it just kind of left him stranded. Like, the van quit. It's like 2014, 2016. It's got, like, the V6 in it. It's a nice van. It's a caravan, Grand Caravan or whatever.
How did it leave?
I don't know, like, plugs wires.
What did he do to it?
Just drove home, like, Saturday. So,
Dude, I can show you a 96 Caravan. It's at my dad's house right now with, like, 600,000 miles on it. Yeah. Beat to death.
Still running.
Still chugging.
So he's like, hey, I might need a cheap car. I was like, well, cool. I got this Grand Cherokee coming up. And the window doesn't go up and down, but I've fixed that. Remember on Tony's kid's car? It's the exact same truck.
Right.
So I think it's even the same color, that dark green. So I thought it was that one at first. But it was picked up and it's already cleaner than Tony's kid's car.
Oh, that thing was nasty.
That was probably the worst car we've ever seen. We bought cars at the insurance auction.
Yeah.
We bought cars at insurance auctions where they don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And that car was worse.
Yeah.
And this kid drove that car.
And that Element turned out to be a good car.
That Element's still running around.
Yeah, that Element turned out to be a nice car.
I see that guy down at GB Grill when I eat breakfast down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he still has his dog in it. He's got 2 of them now.
Because you like that one so much.
300,000 miles he has on that car. Still rocking it. So anyway, so I told Nick, I said, well, hey, I'll just trade you up for a 99 Grand Cherokee. And he goes, it runs and drives, and I'll fix a window for you.
Right.
And I'll take your 2014 or 2016, whatever it is, van. And I'll change plugs and wires. Now I got something to haul dogs.
Hopefully.
Well, I mean, it's only got maybe 100,000 miles. Well, so did my truck when it blew up, but it's not an LS either.
Well, that's a Caravan, though.
Yeah.
And they were known to be extremely reliable.
Right. Well, and this is a newer one now, and
Yeah,
it's already dinged up and wrecked. So I'm like, man, what a perfect dog van. It's got the little buttons. You stow and goes. You throw it all.
No, I'm gonna show you what you need.
Don't get on Japan's.
I'm gonna show. It's not on Japan. I'm gonna show you what you need. I'm gonna show you the first picture of it, and then I'm gonna show you a couple Google images of it. That's what you need.
Oh, I love those. The old Siennas, or no?
That's a Previa.
Yeah.
That's what you need,
dude. Have you ever seen these tricked out?
Yes,
they're badass.
That's why I said that's what you need.
No,
that's why that one's still pulled up.
Right. That is super. Those are super bad. That's basically your van in the U.S. version.
Well, it's round. Well,
yeah.
It's rounder.
No, this is one of the. This was always my favorite van.
Yeah, $3,100. It's clean too.
$3,500.
Nah, it's cheaper than that. I'll pick it up for you. I'm going down there.
Where are you going?
That one's in Florida. That's why that one's still pulled up.
Send them $2,500 to hold it.
That's why that one's still pulled up.
Missing the hubcap. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I.
Those are.
So I was. What was I looking at? I was looking at. I was pricing K trucks that are already in the country.
Right.
That's what I was doing because I want a K truck. And I was pricing K trucks that were already in the country, And I'm seriously considering selling that truck again because I'm just fucking over it.
Right,
I'm just done. I'm just completely done. And I've spent all this money on it, and it just won't act right. And I'm over it. I don't want to work on it no more.
Right.
And now once I get the problems fixed, I probably won't have to work on it no more.
Well, sure.
So, but either way, I was looking at K trucks, and then Jalopnik. I got a Jalopnik. You know how Google works.
Mm-hmm.
I got a Jalopnik article that come up, and it was about those vans. So I went ahead and I read it, and they showed pictures of them slammed.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was like, oh, I want one.
No, they're so badass.
I need one of them.
Dude, when those came out, man, people were like mini trucking. They were doing them back then, and they were so wicked, man. And they would wall them, because the '90s were all about stereos anyway.
Right.
So that's why I fell in love with them. When I lived out in the desert, man, it was the first time I ever saw a wall, and it was before the year 2000. And this dude had I want to say like 418s in his GMC Safari, and then it had just the tube coming forward because it was all about DB drag, right? So you wanted all that to hit that front passenger,
and they were all compared to what it is now.
Oh, they're all garbage now.
Yeah, it was garbage.
Yeah, dude, it was.
It's garbage.
Yeah, it was a brand new Suburban.
Izzard used to have 215s and a extended cab S10.
Dude,
back when I first met him.
Do you remember it was the '90s? Remember those red trucks? They convertible. They cut the roof off of them. There's two of them, two dudes. They both went to Reliable back then, and I was a kid. Like I didn't even have my license, but we saw all the D boys coming through to get their stereos because it was always Reliable's the only place at the time. Mm-hmm. And they had Ferrari, the Testarossa kits on their trucks, And,
I've always wanted one of them.
Oh man, it was it's like it'd be awesome if we could find like a house in Alton that's got one still in the garage, just covered up.
I know where there used to be a chameleon. Do they call it chameleon paint?
Mm-hmm.
The purple, green, orange.
Yeah.
I know where there used to be one of them in a garage on Amelia Street. That was kind of half-ass abandoned. It wasn't really abandoned, but the guy lived there.
Right.
But the car had basically been abandoned.
Oh, gotcha.
And he got thrown out of that house.
Car still there?
Garage is gone, so the car's definitely not there.
Oh, okay.
But he got thrown out. I think the house is gone, actually.
Oh, shit.
I just went by there the other day, too, and I can't remember. Sunday, I just went by there.
Did you go by that 14th Street fire?
I did.
Yeah, was it a total loss?
I did. Oh, yeah, it's definitely a total loss.
Nah, it sucks.
So when remind me.
It's definitely that dude's house.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it sucks.
Remind me when we're done, and I'll tell you.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you. I'm not going to say it here, but
yeah, I talked to one of his club brothers, man. He was up in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Working.
Yeah, so there's yeah.
He lost his truck even.
Oh, what was it parked there, I guess?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, and that truck's what he goes and does those hot shots with, picking up cars and stuff with. So, yeah, no, he's pretty devastated, I guess.
Well, I bet he is.
I mean,
his house and everything.
Right. He had his dog though, because he always traveled with his dog when he went out of town.
Well, that's a good thing at least.
Yeah. So, I wonder how much weed went up in that fire.
That's why he's devastated.
Yeah, but exactly. I got insurance for the house, but man, I had a lot of good weed in there.
Right.
So somebody came in yesterday. Emily was down there waiting for packages.
Okay. I was going to ask if your chairs came in.
No. It said May 16th.
You've got folding chairs.
Yeah, I do. Metal ones from churches that are no longer available.
I've seen them.
It's fantastic.
Right.
It's St. Pat's, St. Matthew's. I went to St. Matthew's, and now I have their chairs.
Still think you should have kept that high top where it was.
Well, it'll move around.
It just fits so perfect right there in that window.
The downfall, though, is it takes up so much of the window. You can still see out the window nicely.
Listen, if you don't get to sit in the high tops, then bummer.
It'll work out because you'll still be able to see over everybody.
Was Hazel down there Saturday?
Nope, she came up here.
She came in up here.
She came in up here. Well, I think she was up here Sunday too, because I have to use that virtual terminal, so I could see everybody who was in here used a card.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I saw that Hazel was in, Thor was in. Yeah, all this was on Sunday. So Hazel came back up here Sunday and bought cigars.
So he had a good day then Sunday.
He did. Yeah, I mean, almost. This store's still doing more than that store. but it still
Right.
looks like a weekend pop-up store down there because I have a banner hung crooked. You
Did
can't.
your sign get approved?
We still have to. You have to go to like a meeting, so it's got to sit there for a while until they only schedule the meeting once a month or something like that. So, city politics stuff.
Bureaucracy.
City politics.
It's bureaucracy. That's what it is. Yeah. Somebody's nephew needed a job, so now you got to have a banners approved.
Well, and I got to go to it.
It's nepotism.
It's not like they have to vote on it. I have to. Well, I have to go there and you can almost present.
Because some people had to feel important.
Well, it gets better. So I met the. Remember, I told you this SoundCloud rapper got the bar next door. Got a little more info from the guy who actually is going to work the bar and owns the bar. So his name's Mark. Awesome dude, really nice, right? I said, "Did you buy it outright from the previous owners?" He goes, "No, we're doing a contract for deed."
Oh no!
And I was like, "Oh, you're fucked. You're done."
No.
And I go, and I didn't say anything. I just go, "Man, just make sure your ass is covered."
Right.
The wife is still in that place, like living.
Like above it?
Yeah. And it's still part of the bar. I think she's just sleeping on the floor, like Filipino style.
What?
Yeah, man. So
Is she Filipino?
yeah.
What?
Well, right. So anyway,
I think that's racist.
no, that's. I mean, she takes her shoes off when she goes upstairs, so it's like her house, like her dwelling.
Oh.
She was doing that when it was a restaurant. She can cook amazing. Like she made some really killer food, man. I was really sad. So the way a liquor license works in Alton is so you want to open up in this location at this address, right? So you have to ask the city, so you have to apply.
Right.
That costs X amount of dollars.
Right.
So then you have to go and get your neighbor's approval with signatures.
Right.
So they have to sign this approval that, hey, I'm going to start selling beer, wine, liquor, whatever. Everybody knows everybody down there. So it's hard for the new guys to get in on downtown.
Right.
So it's going to be interesting.
Right. Because alcohol, cigars, and then alcohol.
Right.
Alcohol.
Right.
And eventually somebody's going to go, no, we don't need no more.
Well, yeah. And then who are those people? Your neighbors that don't want you taking their money.
Right.
It's kind of a messed up system.
Right.
Like you got to get your neighbor's signatures, which it wasn't designed for this, but that's how they control who gets what license down there.
Right.
Like, no, man, I don't want you to have a spirits license. You can have beer and wine. Well, you can't make no money with beer and wine without machines.
Right.
So yeah, I talked to this dude. He's like, yeah, man. And he's like, I'm gonna bring he's like, I'm friends with a lot of bikers, and I was like, oh, that's cool, bro. And then he goes, they all like cigars. I was like, yeah, that's awesome. I love when somebody knows somebody that might like cigars. That man, that's why I bought a cabin cruiser boat.
Right.
I mean, because I'm just betting on all these friends of friends coming all the way to Alton. But I'm going to tell you, working that first weekend down there, the amount of tourists that come to town is mind-blowing. The amount of tourists I talk to. Like, I'm going to try to get a paycheck from the visitor center because I'm the one guiding them around. And it was...
You got to pay me.
Right. It was absolutely amazing how many people were like, yeah, we've never been here before. And I'm like, and you picked this destination.
So, well, they do a good job, publicity wise, for that spot, just that spot. But
well, for the whole town too, though.
Well, no, for that mile.
Well, East Broadway, all the way to downtown.
Broadway,
right?
all the way to downtown. They do a really good job for that spot,
Right.
and not the rest of it.
Well, why would you advertise for Applebee's on the Beltline? You're just going to
But
go there. You're going to go there anyway.
But why wouldn't you advertise for, what do they call it up there, Pie Town? Is that what they call it, top of the hill?
Yeah. Well,
Why wouldn't they advertise? Yeah, why wouldn't they advertise for that? That's a historic kind of a district too.
Well, sure. Well, I mean, are you going to advertise Walgreens or CVS?
Oh, you got Lovitz, you got the Dickies store up there, you got Heaters now up there. You got,
the Dickies store is a really big tourist attraction. You're right. I'm surprised that's not on the map for the.
Hey, what if somebody
for the riverboats coming in?
I mean, what if somebody wants to? It's a shop.
I think. Well, I know it's a shop. You can't advertise everybody, right?
I get it, but it's still a shop. It's still Alton. You're still getting.
Right. I mean,
why wouldn't you advertise the entire? Well, okay, this is our new business district. This is our. Why wouldn't you advertise for the whole? Well, I'll tell you why. Because you've got people who live in the downtown area who are vested in that area, and that's it. Screw the rest of all of them. This is where I'm at.
Or is it these people put money in?
That's what I said.
Right.
They're invested.
Right.
They've got an interest down there.
So if the Dickey store...
Look, this is where I go, so all my friends think I'm hip and cool, and then I go up here to spray paint on buildings. This is.
Well, right. Well, I mean, I gotta spray paint that poop icon everywhere.
Right.
Remember the poop spray painter? He was fantastic. the graffiti artist known as Shithead.
I've been considering spray painting dicks on all the potholes to see if they'll get fixed like they do other places.
Just make them like real hairy. Can you make the potholes the balls?
They probably won't get fixed.
No, this has legs already.
I doubt they get fixed. I've been thinking about it because there's some car swallowing potholes all over the place.
It's and I don't know why we haven't had that much rain.
No, or snow.
Right. But when it snowed, it was smooth. I was driving around nice. Everything was filled in.
140s can be so nice.
It's a mess now. I go out of my way to not hit it. But yeah, it's gonna. When you told me that, I went all the way in on College.
Right.
And then when I hit that new part, I was like, oh man.
Right.
Like, bro, I'm gonna be one wheeling all the way to Rosewood Heights.
And then you hit the rough section where they got it tore up right now.
Well, yeah. No,
I think they'll have it done this week. Because they've already got one side.
I've been ignoring it, so I don't know how.
They've already got one side all the way from just past Wood River Creek Bridge all the way up to. They got one side done already. One lane on one side done already.
I went one wheeling to that food truck on Sundays after work just to see if they were open. I wasn't even hungry. I just wanted to see if they were open.
Right.
And I was cruising back, man, and I had the whole road to myself. So I was just doing some crazy carves, right? And so, I mean, I'm leaning, I'm probably doing 15 miles an hour, just carving big fatties. And so and there's a part of Broadway that, I'm not kidding you, dude, it's a ramp. And I forgot, and I was trying to slow down. I mean, I didn't fall or anything, man, but it was pretty cool to scare myself a little bit.
I've been going down Airwood and going right and up Bender and over to 111.
Yeah.
And over by Mary Drive.
Right.
But on the way to 111, because I've been taking off 111 and up toward, and then cut across Walgreens, and cut across the highway over there.
Right.
There's a spot on that road before you hit 111 where it just goes, and I mean it's drastic. And I didn't know it.
Right.
I didn't, because I've not rode there a bunch.
Right.
And I didn't know it, and I had to ride on that side. I got stuck on that side from a car coming, and I hit that damn thing, and I almost hit the car.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm like me, not the board, just me.
Right.
Because I almost come off the board and hit the car.
Well, I had that in Grafton. Remember, I was on that between the road where the road's built up to be smooth.
Right. And
then the parking was down lower, and I was stuck between two cars, right? The cars that are moving and the cars that were parked, and that board was just... I was trying to get on one side or the other, and I was just caught on that ledge. And I'm like, my body's going this way. Like, it's going to get hit by a car going the other way. It's going to hurt real bad.
I had the that same day, I think that was... What day did I say I was going to meet that guy and go? Nobody showed up, by the way.
Murphy didn't show up?
Nope.
Chopped liver.
What day did I... Whatever day that was,
right.
I went up there, and I waited around for a little while, and I just kind of screwed off and hit Ron's parking lot for a little while.
Right.
And I come back. I had the slowest wipeout I've ever had because I was coming through the grass.
Right.
And I'm already nervous about the grass because you can't see holes.
Right.
And I hit a hole. The board alert just went bloop down in the, and it stayed in the hole. and I ran off. I got kind of booted off of it.
Right.
And I said, I told myself, I knew I was going to hit a hole in this freaking grass. I knew I was.
I think it was Sunday. Yeah, it was Sunday. I was waiting for the yoga teacher training to get done. I was going to help him pick some stuff up, and then I wanted to check on some debris that's falling. So, trying to figure out what part of the building's falling in right now. So anyway,
all of it,
just the middle. Well, so that's great.
Just where the air conditioners have to go.
They're off to the side. So. I was they're building a new sidewalk, so where ConAgra or whatever the flag is, welcome to Alton,
Right.
And and that parking lot right there, that's all smooth now. That's all where the train tracks going to the casino. All that's ultra smooth, man. It's like because it was a little rough, like last time we were there. They've re-asphalted all of it. So
okay.
Yeah, from the highway going that way to the casino. Anyway, I saw this little sidewalk, and I was just like, I was reading signs. I was just riding around reading the signs that are up because I'm just killing time waiting for them to get done with yoga. And so I take this sidewalk. Well, I hop down. I kind of, it's, I don't know, 2-3 inches, right? So I just hopped down on it. I was like, well, I'm going to try to step up on it.
Right.
And then I chickened out.
I can't do that.
Then I chickened out. So then the tire spun, and I kept going.
Gotta find some place to practice that because I can't do it.
There's this was such a great little curb. It was probably only like 2 inches. It was like a perfect one, and I just went in too slow. Right. I let it get in my head.
Right.
And then I couldn't step up. So I did actually. I kept stepping. So I kept going, and the board stopped. So yeah, I was like, well, I should probably practice that. But man, and I had there was an APD guy that was off work. He was driving his car, and he like catches up. He's like, holy shit, man, how fast did that thing go? I was like, I don't know, I do about 15. And he's like, I've been trying to catch you. Because he had to stop at all the stop signs. Right. I'm just blazing through everything. Right. There's nobody out, just him and I. No, I've been enjoying it down there, man. It's just, I just get 4 or 5 miles in here and there.
I enjoy my little Basalto trip. It's a good little run. Did you see the fences broke again?
Did you break it?
No, I didn't break it.
Somebody else broke.
It was broke. I was trying to do it because I was going to try and go over to the side,
right,
where the orange fencing isn't.
Right.
I was going to try it, and the cable. The reason I didn't try it the day that they fixed the fence is because the cable's off the ground there. It's not on the ground right there. The cable that holds the fencing.
Right.
It's not on the ground. It's off the ground a little bit, and I was like, well, there's probably enough slack in it. If I hit it right, I'll be all right. And it was broke, so I darted right under it that day. I just, fuckers.
Right.
And then I took those pictures. That's when I took the pictures of the hill. I'm just waiting for the day when I come back down and there's a Basalto cop sitting there waiting for me to come back down.
Right.
Or he's walking up there and I end up getting on the board and meeting him halfway.
Right.
I'm just waiting for the day because somebody's going to call.
Such a waste of resources. Just send
the whole bridge is.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's literally a waste of.
I don't know if the rumor's true. But the rumor about that bridge to nowhere is it's got to cross another little creek, like a feed off into the creek.
Okay.
It's got to cross another little creek, and supposedly there's an endangered frog that lives in that creek.
No kidding.
And that's why they're not allowed to build the rest of their road because they have to find a way.
Bullshit.
They can't displace.
Bullshit.
I don't know. Because they sure as hell stopped. So Basalto owns all that property.
Okay.
Right? Oh, you remember when what's his name? City road guy.
Mark.
Yeah. Remember when he took you to show you all his new property?
Yeah.
So where the pictures I took going downhill,
right
behind me goes back up into his property.
Okay.
You got to go up the hill and you go back up.
Right.
But he owns. So if he bought all of that. If he bought all that, he owns part of all that, right?
Okay.
So, literally, that's almost my backyard right there.
Okay.
But Basalto owns all that. You go if I was to go down if you go down them hills, you'll run that little bit of grass, and then it'll turn into a rock road, and then that rock road runs all the way back up into the street.
Okay.
Into Woodrow Avenue, the street I grew up on. And right there in the neighborhood. Basalto owns that road all the way out.
All right.
So Basalto wanted to build that road so they could capture all that. Now they've got it all enclosed, and they can annex it. So they and this I was told this by some guy at the city.
Okay.
A long time ago.
Right.
Back when they first built the bridge, and he was walking around getting petitions to annex because Basalto does that. They want to annex us. And they've been doing that about every 5 years or so. They do that. They walk around with a petition. And I was talking to the guy, and he was like, well, I get that road built. It'll be easier access for you guys to go here and blah, blah. It's like, nobody's interested, bud. We can just get on the highway.
Right.
Nobody's interested.
Nobody
We're not
wants you.
interested in your taxes.
Right.
We're not interested in your
Exactly
city
right.
department. We're
Right.
not interested in none of it.
It's bad enough we got your water.
Right. And nobody out here is interested. We want to keep our junk cars. We want to keep our, you know what I mean? That's where you're at.
Right,
you're gonna come through, and you're gonna go, well, you got to move all this, and you're gonna find the shit out of people, and it's just a bunch of money all at once for you.
Right.
And then you get more tax dollars somehow. I don't even know how they get more tax dollars, but anyway, so that's what that bridge, that's what that road was supposed to do. So why they stopped right where they are, it doesn't make any sense other than something stopped them.
It could be the frog.
That's the rumor. I don't know if that's true or not. That's the rumor that went around back when they quit working on it.
Do you
The
think
bridge to nowhere.
Do you think it's that singing frog from Looney Tunes?
I'm hoping it's the hypno frog, the hypno toad from South Park. I've never seen a frog in that creek.
Well, that's why it's endangered.
Well, I mean, you see frogs. I mean, you see frogs in that creek, but just regular old toads. You know, I've never seen
Jesus, look at that thing.
anything spectacular in that creek before. And I've played in that creek since I was a little kid.
We were down in, I want to say Columbia, Illinois. We're going through the caves down there. It's like a city park or state park or something. You can climb through the caves. And all the frogs down there, they're blind in the caves because they never see light.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah,
Right.
Isn't it cool? I just, here's an animal that adapted
Right.
to its, and then generationally just doesn't even have eyes.
Right. When we went to that cave in Indiana that we took the boat through,
Right.
there were little scorpion creature things. I don't know if they were quite scorpions. I don't remember what they were, but they were bland white. They were almost see-through. They were so white.
Yeah.
And they were blind too.
Yeah, those frogs were all white.
They were blind too.
Yeah.
They were like, well, they've never been. I said, they're being exposed to all kinds of light right now. What's going to happen to them?
Right.
I was curious about that. I didn't ask because I doubt that guy knew.
Right.
But I was curious about it. I was like, what's going to happen to them now that there's lights on in this cave at least 12, 13 hours a day now. So now what's going to happen to those creatures?
Yeah, does it start to adapt to that?
Eventually they have to.
Right.
You would think. Eventually they would adapt.
Did you ever go through Bonterre mines?
Uh-uh.
That's pretty neat. You can take a little boat tour through those. Jacques Cousteau actually explored those. Red Bull did the Wave Runner race.
Bonterre is down by the Arkansas border. Ain't it?
Down 55, yeah.
Yeah, down by the Arkansas border. Yeah.
So it was pretty cool to go down there and see it. And there's they would drop the jet skis, the Wave Runners, for the Red Bull Wave Runner race. There's a round hole in this cave, and everything went in and out of that.
Right.
And that's how they get fish and wildlife and stuff down there too. It just falls through the hole.
It just falls through
Right.
the hole.
Right. Thought it was pretty cool. I don't know. It was a neat tour. Like the water's crystal clear. You see, you're looking like 100 feet down, but
Right,
it looks
right.
like it's right there.
Right.
But it was an old mine.
That
It's
would
a
be
Bonterre
neat.
mine. And so like down at the bottom, like divers love going there because
Oh no, the Bonterre's down by
it's 55 south.
by St. Joe
I don't know.
State Park.
I never been there.
By Flat River.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Never been there.
that's where Bonterre is.
It's-
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know what you're talking about.
Take
now.
55 south.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, morning sunshine.
Morning.
All right, we got
Thrust.
thrust in the house.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you pulled it around for or something.
No.
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 Is
He
it
would-
still parked in front of the dumpster?
No.
That guy's gonna just lift it up and throw it in the back of that truck. One of
He's
these
gonna
days.
he's gonna think we're throwing that car away. It's
Right.
always parked by the dumpster.
Right.
Right.
Oh yeah, it is Tuesday. Forgot.
Right.
Uh
That's what's up. Thrust.
There was a guy.
oh.
There was a guy on a moped up here Saturday.
Yeah.
Kept trying. He was standing on the back seat trying to do wheelies.
Oh, yeah?
And he kept circling.
Yeah.
And dude, it's a good thing customers didn't come in because they would have got ignored. I'd have been like, hold on, this guy's gonna fall.
Yeah.
Not taking my eyes off this guy till he fall.
I didn't see that in the neighborhood bitch group. I mean,
Well, he was just up here doing it.
Oh,
He was
okay.
just
Yeah,
doing it. He was starting right about where your truck is, and he
Right.
would stand and he would try to.
Yeah.
So this guy's going down, and I'm watching it when it happens because he deserves it.
Doesn't
Dumbass.
deserve it.
Dumbass.
He doesn't.
Listen, if you're doing something that stupid, you kind of deserve to fall.
He's just trying trying to up his game, man.
Right. On a shitty moped.
Well, fuck, you want to ride a brand new Harley?
On a 1980s shitty moped.
We're gonna turn that on.
Huh?
We're gonna turn that on. I need to print out some paper for the new job.
Well,
Yeah,
turn it out.
probably.
No,
Make sure the printer was on.
it's on.
Did that hold to you?
It's on.
It's on. I got to print stuff too. I got my state business license for down there.
I got to go to Edwardsville sometime in the near future and figure my insurance out. So
Okay.
I don't know what's going on today or tomorrow, but sometime I have to go
It's not supposed to. Well, it's supposed to rain tomorrow.
talk to this dude in Edwardsville.
For forecast.
Anyway.
Well, that rain doesn't matter. I got to go to Edwardsville and talk to because I got to get the insurance figured out on this car. It's a whole. Dude, ever since I went to Farmers,
Saving that money.
been
huh?
a cluster. Yeah, I'm saving, and now I'm only saving like $60, and I might not even be saving money because they tell me that the Kia hasn't had full coverage on it this whole time. Yeah, it has. That's what I wanted. That's what I've been paying for.
Right.
That's what you told me I was paying for. And I told the guy last week because I called to tell him, I called getting ready to make a claim. I didn't make the claim yet because he told me that.
Right.
And I said, dude, I can pay if it's only got liability on it. I can pay $35 a month for liability. I ain't paying $88 a month for liability. Are you crazy?
I went and dropped that house off the insurance yesterday. Stopped in there and took it off the thing. So no way I quit paying insurance on my house.
We got to sell Glenwood.
I would like to sell Glenwood.
We need
Actually,
some money.
I have. I know. Adams.
Adams Court.
Adams Court sold. Yeah, that guy was such a douche. Jesus.
It's closed now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
closed.
he sounds like he's a freaking douchebag.
Dude, you ever been in a quiet building? Like, I don't know, like anywhere that's, it shouldn't be loud, and then you have that one douchebag.
Louder than everybody else.
No, that plays videos on his phone at full volume because he doesn't give a fuck about anybody's
Yeah.
fucking, like, we don't want to hear your, TikTok feed. Like, what?
Right.
That's the quality of person I was dealing with.
Man.
And I was like, all right, buddy. I said, congratulations.
You own a house.
Congratulations.
See ya.
See ya. Done. I gotta email
See
the
ya.
city too, so they stop billing me for trash. I gotta send them something. So I brought my laptop up so I can do some admin stuff and print things. And damn, Jeff, you buying paper? How much?
If you don't got to go to Alton today, I might try and do that today. Then.
No, Emily should be down there to collect chairs because FedEx hopefully will come today.
I might do that today. Then Ronnie's trying to get me to go to relaxing in the park Saturday, and I'm like, dude, I can't go Saturday. I gotta be here Saturday. Can't do nothing Saturdays.
Hey, I just got a message from old Clayton.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
shit's too close to the house.
Shit's too close to the house. Took a step up again today.
Did he?
Yep, to better himself.
Is that why he's messaging you to tell you?
Yep, he got on the barge. He got on with the barge portion of ADM, and he's also CPR certified.
All right.
Could you imagine Clayton giving you CPR?
All right.
Clayton.
Yeah.
Clayton,
No.
let me die.
Right.
Let me die, Clayton.
Right.
I
They
don't-
don't even recommend mouth to mouth anymore. I don't think. I
Most-
mean, unless it's a dire situation, I don't think they even recommend it anymore. They want you to pump them up with the air.
Oh
with
yeah,
the,
yeah.
With the balloon thing.
Yeah, that thing. Damn, Jeff.
So,
You know that toner's
right.
expensive, bro.
Right.
This dude
We're
over
gonna
here
add that
just-
to your rent.
Right.
3 pages on my Google Drive.
We're gonna add that to your rent.
This dude, look at that, man. 5,000 degrees in the garage all the time. What's the temp set back there? 90?
82.
82. Well, you are heating the birds that have made a nest.
Well, yeah,
in
you
a
gotta
hole.
keep them birds warm, man.
You gotta keep them eggs warm, bro.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah, you gotta keep them eggs warm, man. We had so a dumpster hit the building here and created a hole, and birds have made the super sweet nest. Huh?
I'm sure people want to know that backstory though.
No, they do. Well,
They do.
I mean, there's one of that, or you're Mike Tyson back there raising pigeons.
Pigeons.
Oh, hey. So speaking of pigeons, I found a pigeon nest.
Did you see a baby pigeon?
I haven't seen a baby pigeon yet. I know.
Then how do you know it's a pigeon nest?
Because it's a nest that a pigeon flies out of every single time I get up on the roof of the 100 West 3rd building.
But I mean,
I'm just telling you.
is it a nest or
It's
is
a
it
nest.
just a charging spot?
Well, it is in a building, so it could be a charging
So-
spot.
I mean,
There's no power to run up there though.
you don't know that. I mean, they got. I mean, I set my phone down on a pad every day to charge.
No. So it's wireless charging for the pigeon.
Yeah.
Okay, he's a fatty.
Well,
Oh,
I mean,
he's a
it's a lot
fatty.
of electronics in there.
Bro, those pigeons down there, they eat so well from that grain.
A lot of electronics in there.
So yeah, they're fat, dude. They just walk in the road and cars stop. I watch cars stop to what.
It's damaging.
So yeah, right. So I'm old enough to where when I see pigeons, I think of Animaniacs. The three Goodfellow pigeons.
Yep.
And they walk like that downtown. Man, they're just like, hey, get out of here, you know?
Right. 'Cause they're so fat.
Right, dude, they are. They're a bunch of fat. And then I took Chris Schmitty up to the roof, right? He was testing continuity on some wires for me. And so I take him up on the roof, and I don't tell him about the pigeon in the building. Like,
Right.
because it's like just a little flap, right? It's like, you know, where the roof ends on one spot. So this bird's made himself a little nest. So Chris is walking up there, you know, he's super nervous, you know, the roof might fall in any time, which is a valid concern. And so he gets up there and he puts his hand up and it startles the pigeon. And watching him, so I've done it. It happened to Nick and I didn't know. And then I didn't even tell Chris just so that way he'd get scared. So it was, but yeah, there's a pigeon nest, man. I've been meaning to tell you that.
I mean,
I'm going to go in there and set my phone there and see if it charges.
but is there a baby pigeon in there?
Well, I don't know yet.
Well, it's a different frequency. It won't charge your phone.
Oh, it's
Makes sense. It'd be too easy to figure out then.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Too easy.
It's on 22 ohms.
Try it. If you walk over there by it and your phone starts charging, you're gonna know something's up.
The baby pigeon's got to learn on Morse code.
You're gonna know something's up.
To get that
I mean,
frequency going on.
I mean, have you ever seen a baby pigeon?
I have.
See, all you see is full-grown pigeons. That's all you've ever seen is a full-grown pigeon.
You know what? You need to go find a pigeon and shoot it and see what happens.
Well, I mean, what out in the wild? They're not all. They can't all be.
What he's saying is not every pigeon.
They can't all be.
Right. He's
Because
just,
somebody would have shot one by now and figured it out.
Baby pigeon out there somewhere.
Somebody would have shot one by now and figured it out. You got to go find baby pigeons, not
Just the bird that
not one somebody's raising. You know, because you can still raise pigeons and doves. So
So
not
do
one somebody's raising, not a captive, a wild baby pigeon. You've never seen one.
so do you think that the pigeons that walk that the cars have to drive over, do you think they're slapping trackers on the cars?
No,
Just
they're
reaching up?
They're just surveilling.
Putting it on the frame?
They're just surveilling.
Better put a big ass magnet on the roof. We'll get one that way.
If it flies, it lies.
If it flies, it lies. Birds aren't real.
That's right.
Did you see that Mike Myers show?
That Pinter.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
I'm enjoying it, man. That's a
I mean,
good show.
It was decent, but
It's not bad at all.
I'm not a
man.
big fan of Mike Myers.
I'm not either, man, but I'm all right with it.
It's. I watched it all. I mean, it was
I haven't-
entertaining
I
enough
haven't.
to watch it all.
I quit when the guy was gonna take the key or the peel.
Yeah.
I turned it off. I was like, I'm out, man. Come on.
He looks at the camera and goes, "Come on."
Come on. I turned it off then. I was like, so I finished that up here. Hinkle was up here, so we were watching it. You know,
It's
good.
all right.
It's good for the cigar shop, right?
It's all right.
Because it's just dumb humorous. And
Right,
then
right.
we followed that up with the Idiocracy yesterday.
You don't. Yeah. So it's good for up here because you don't really have to pay attention to it.
Right.
Because the jokes are crude and they're not. You know what I mean.
Oh,
so
yeah.
You can.
You see them coming a mile away.
Right. You can
yeah.
half-ass watch it and still get the joke.
Yeah, absolutely.
So because that's Mike Myers' humor.
Right.
But it's also Mike Myers plays every single role.
Oh, almost, but yeah.
Right. Mike Myers plays all the characters are Mike Myers.
I hurt myself on the one wheel the other day.
Yeah?
Saturday.
How'd you do that? Did you fall?
No. I was throwing trash away, and I was going too fast, and I threw it over my shoulder, and I'm almost positive that's why my rib hurts. It's hard to breathe.
And I think my calves are getting bigger from the one wheel,
Settle down there.
from carving on the one wheel.
Oh yeah.
I think so. And I can feel it. And I also feel right here. I feel tightness right here in my
your
core. Yeah, my core.
didn't-
But it's only I only get it when I've been when I go out like an hour, because I spend almost my whole hour and a half. Every smooth road I see on
Right.
the sidewalk, I
Right.
start carving. So that's a lot of movement, really, if you
Yeah.
think about it.
Dude, I enjoy it, man. It's actually I ordered some shoes.
Best thing I've floated in so far is these Crocs.
Yeah,
I'm telling you right now. I don't get foot fatigue in them. Nothing.
dude, you don't get the sensors though. You know what I'm saying?
Well, my sensor doesn't work right anyway.
Well, mine does. Hold on here. Let's see. Did I delete it? I might delete it. Nope. Oh, I did. Damn it. I did delete it. I think they just left like Shanghai or something. I didn't know I ordered them from all the way over there. But they're Cariuma.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Are they recommended by?
Yeah, one wheels.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now that the Strayas that they were all so proud of and recommending, them shoes suck.
What is it?
Them Strayas,
Oh.
they hurt my feet.
I hope
They're
these
they're
don't.
not comfortable.
Well, these have like a cork insole, so I ordered extra ones because I don't like wearing socks, right?
Right.
So that always smells delicious after
Right.
a ride. I like going to get my pedicures after
Right.
wearing leather. I've been trying to find leather boat shoes, man, that I like.
Leather boat shoes.
Dude, I love leather boat shoes. I'm trying to go back to the 90s, man.
Yeah, the Crocs are the best thing I've floated in. So most comfortable thing so far.
So I'm going to tell you, those dudes, the Hey Dude shoes, they have the really soft sole too.
Right.
And I notice I can go a lot longer without stopping when I wear softer sole shoes.
I just ride through it.
Yeah, I mean, my feet have just been beat up though lately.
I mean, I got certain points when I go through Bethalto. I got certain points I stop and rest.
Right.
But other than that, I just ride through it.
What are you trying to think?
Like 0 on taxes.
Yeah, you don't have any dependents.
I know, but do it. I mean, I thought you can count yourself as one if you wanted to.
No, 0.
No, 0.
Yeah, follow me for more tax advice.
0. That's right.
They'll take the most out, Jeff, if you claim 0,
Yeah.
but then you don't have to pay in. So, all right, we've covered the financial section of this cast.
That's right. Now we're unrolling this media tip. I grabbed a cigar, and I'm not going to say which cigar it is, but I don't because I don't want to say which cigar it is. But I grabbed a cigar Saturday. I came up here Saturday evening on the board actually, and I grabbed a cigar, and I put it in a bag because I knew I was going to smoke it till the next day.
Right.
And I took it home, and yesterday morning, or no, it was Sunday I did it. Yesterday morning, I opened that son of a bitch, and I lit it, and it immediately cracked and started coming apart. It was that dry overnight.
It's not even that dry out.
Right. It was that dry overnight. It literally unraveled all the way down. I couldn't even smoke it. I tried smoking, and I was going to keep trying to smoke it,
Right.
but I ended up having to come back up here and get a different cigar because it
So-
was so dry.
So down at the Alton store, I don't have like Brevas or anything, so I
Right.
don't have anything cheap. So I've been smoking Castle Halls from Gurkha, and I absolutely hated them when we first got them. Like I did not like the taste of them. Like they're so bad that Steve likes them, right? So I got I lit one, and I smoked all of it like without relighting it,
Right.
and it was actually really decent. It was a good cigar. Like, I don't know, I was impressed with it. So, all right, look at this unroll. Ooh,
My dad, for Christmas, I gave him a box of them nubs, one of them nub gift boxes.
yeah.
Because they weren't going nowhere.
right. We sold the last one down there.
Did you?
Yeah,
Took it
Saturday.
down to Alton and sold it?
Yep. Yeah, that's gonna be the higher end store for
Yeah.
sure.
Well, so my dad's been asking me about them nubs ever since, and I go, they're expensive.
Right.
They're not cheap, and they're tiny for not being cheap.
Oh man,
And so I said,
that smells good.
I bet they were really good because that does smell good.
Yeah.
I said, I bet it was really good because they're up there in price,
Hold on.
and they're so tiny.
Hold on, smell that.
Yeah. Smell-o-vision.
You guys smell that? Sometimes I forget we're even recording.
Medio tempo.
Medio tiempo. I assume it's tiempo because it's a T-I.
No, whatever.
Right.
Spanish. I don't speak Spanish.
So funny, or not funny, I guess cool fact about it is about 1 in every 10 plants get the medio tiempo to sprout up. Not to get all McMurray on us, but, you know, so it's kind of rare.
Well, if McMurray was here, he could tell us why. Only 1 in 10 plants.
It's just it's just
He's a regular horticulturist when it comes to.
dude. He's
See that?
you know
see
I
that-
kind of wish I had.
See that $10 word I just used?
Yeah,
Horticulturist.
horticulturist.
It's a $10 word.
You want change?
No, I think that's word. That word's worth the full $10. I went through
That word's worth the full $10.
worth the full $10. I went through the car wash that everybody loves so much.
The fuck shitty
Sunday.
ass.
I'll never go back through it again.
I won't either.
Never. So when I took the truck through it for the underwash,
All right.
and then the bottom of the truck was dry,
Right.
I thought, well, maybe
it messed up.
Just fluke.
Yeah.
Just fluke. And then you went through it that one time, and the back of your truck was still dirty, and it's truck.
It's truck. It happens.
It's truck.
Yeah,
Maybe.
water can't run down it.
I took her car through it yesterday morning while I was waiting for everybody to get ready to go,
Right.
and the entire car was still dirty.
Really?
Like you could see, like their little flappy, spinny, whatever they call them things.
Yeah, the marks on it.
Yeah, you could see the marks where that hit, and then
Right.
the dirt all the way around, except for where the marks were. What a piece of garbage car wash.
Yeah, it's past its prime for sure.
It's garbage. It's garbage. It's not worth the $6 I spent. I could have spent $6 spraying it and washing it with a rag, and it would have been clean. There was still bird shit all over the car.
Really?
It was absolute garbage.
Man, I've been wanting to wash the truck, but now they're calling for rain this week, so I'll just let Mother Nature do it again.
Absolute garbage.
All right.
I got to find some place to take the van into June for storage for a week.
You want my garage?
I guess.
It'll fit.
Yeah, it should fit.
Right. I'll just park it in the garage. I'll leave my truck out.
So,
Hell, just being in my neighborhood, it'd be fine.
well, I don't worry about the rain so much or it being outside. It's
It's just bird shit.
every once in a while we get some hail, and
Man.
it's a
I
big.
think that's the medio.
is this
That's the medio tiempo. It's darker.
So McMurray, is this the?
I'm almost
Is this-
positive.
is this the right one?
Because from what I've read about the cigar, because I don't know why the cigars interest me so much. Because I like it. Because I like how it tastes, and so it's just two little leaves that pop up, and I'm sure if I'm wrong,
What's the ones next to it?
Ligero.
Are they the same? La Gloria Cubana?
Oh no, those are Series R in the humidor.
Yeah.
Where is this at? I don't know. That's in that.
The little ones that I've been smoking.
La Gloria Cubana Series
Yeah.
R, and then we have the
Okay.
size. The size is number 4.
So anybody that watches this, Leo,
Thanks, Leo. By the way, shout out to Leo.
thanks, Leo.
We appreciate your support.
When you smoke those, if you've had the La Gloria Cubana, what are they? The
La Gloria Cubana Series R.
Series R. Do they taste a little? I'm not gonna. They're not. It's not a bad taste, but it's like a different taste at the tip of it. It's not a sugary taste. It's not. It's just like a. It's got a flavor at the end of it.
So are you picking up notes, nerd? Is that what you're doing?
I don't know. It's got.
Oh my gosh!
The first one I thought maybe it was something I had ate or drank.
Finally,
right?
after 1,000 cigars, you're
Right.
picking up a note,
Right.
and you still can't put your finger on it.
I finally got into the cigars that have them.
No, It's,
What are you smoking, Jeff? An Odyssey? All right, Steve Jr. over there with his Odysseys.
Well, it's because I haven't ordered from them yet to get
So I
the bundles in.
So
What?
smoke one and make a stick.
Yeah,
What?
well, it's probably because your diet consists of garbage.
Right. Your diet consists of Reese's Pieces and Ding Dongs. I've
Right.
seen it. I've seen it.
And Diet Pepsi.
And Diet Pepsi.
He's literally-
Hot Diet Pepsi.
Yeah.
Warm Diet Pepsi at that.
I had a tooth infection one time. I just drank this. I didn't drink any water. Just that Pepsi.
Yeah, because the cavity died from whatever cancer the Diet Sucrose stuff gives you.
So he's got a. So Jeff saw Cameron. He's got a 1 liter bottle of Diet Pepsi.
It's warm. It's
And-
warm, everybody.
And-
Warm.
And Jeff doesn't really care for it cold. So there's literally a case of cans in the cooler, and then another case of Diet Pepsi cans in the closet.
Gross.
In case Jeff runs out, he's got his warm Diet Pepsi there. Yeah.
My nephews, or my cousins, not my nephews, my cousins used to drink warm soda. They only drank warm soda.
Why? It was like a tooth sensitivity?
No, because they drink cold soda now. But their dad only drank warm soda, and so I guess all they had was warm soda. I had one cousin that that because they lived behind my grandparents in a little house. And I had one cousin that would my grandparents kept a 2-liter bottle of root beer in the fridge for him. So he could have cold soda. So he drank cold soda. But my other cousin, all he would drink was warm soda. And they it's funny because, people think that you don't remember stuff like that from when you're a kid. That's the kind of stuff you remember from when you were a kid. It's my cousin's nasty. He drinks warm soda. But I remember it because we used to tell him, my dad or somebody used to tell him that warm soda give you worms. Gives you worms. And
that's why you remembered it.
That's why I remember it. I can't remember who would tell him that. Tell them that.
Shitting out worms.
Right. I can't remember who told him that, but somebody used to tell him every Christmas that warm soda gives you worms. So,
I remember
I got worms.
those memories. I remember my cousins used to never have shoes on. Them dudes would walk around rocks and just no shoes on, and I was like, Jesus, man, it's like. Because they couldn't play in their shoes because the shoes were for going out places, right? So if you're running around the neighborhood, you didn't have shoes on, and these kids had the strongest feet, man. They just
caveman feet.
Yeah.
Wingnut used to not wear shoes,
Bro, I wish I could go. Dude, I got to put shoes on to go to the bathroom, and it's the next room over.
Right.
Like I have some
I gotta have flip
bitch-ass
flops
feet.
or something on.
Yeah, I have some bitch ass feet.
I can't do it either.
Yeah.
Wingnut used to not wear shoes.
Dude, I don't.
All the time. He would ride motorcycles without shoes.
Dude, I admire it. I do. I admire it, man. I don't even really like flip flops because it hurts my feet.
Gravel, hot ass asphalt.
Yeah.
We used to. When he would put his feet up, like we'd be hanging out, he'd put his bottom of his feet would be black.
Yeah.
Black as could be.
Dude,
and we'd be like, dude, put your feet down. That's nasty ass feet.
You know them cheap platform pedals that come on Walmart bikes, right? They're spiky. These kids riding bikes with no shoes on.
Right. Yeah. He would too.
Yeah.
So he got in a fight with another buddy of ours one time, and me and my other buddy were standing on the because he was barefoot. Me and my other buddy were standing on the on our porch. It was in my parents' front yard, and stomp on his feet.
Dude probably wouldn't even feel it, man.
And
they just have strong feet.
No, so he jumps on this guy's back, right? Because he hears us yelling it. So he's like, well, eventually he's gonna stomp on my foot.
Right.
So he jumps on this guy's back and just starts caveman hitting him on the top of the head. And he's never been a small dude, so Kyle wasn't a small dude back then either, though. So
hey, I'm gonna tell you a downtown Alton story since I'm probably gonna start having them.
Lots of them.
Yeah.
Politics. Somebody was in here Saturday asking me if I'm ever going to work down there, and I go, nope, because I won't get along with them people.
So I'm down there Saturday. It's Saturday evening, right? About 9 o'clock. Yeah, this is definitely the Medio Tiempo leaf. This is such a cool. I was so excited to unroll this cigar. Anyway, so it's about 9 o'clock, right? We're closing up shop, turning all the lights off. Ginger was down, so we had a couple people come down with a bottle of wine. They sat there and drank a glass, bottle of wine and had a cigar, sitting in folding chairs, watching people. People watching on there is fantastic.
I bet.
The view's way better than, the traffic jam by here, right? So we're watching these guys.
I don't know how many dumbasses on mopeds standing on the seat on a moped trying to do wheelies.
Not too many down there that I've noticed yet. But yeah, no, I mean you get the car stuff. Well, we get car stuff too.
I'm hoping to get the dude laying in the middle of the street sometime this year.
Yeah, that'd be cool. We got to wait for the temperature to raise. Yeah, he's about 120. So anyway, so these two guys come out of these two guys come out of this bar on the corner, Hiram's, whatever, and they walk around the corner of the bar. One guy doesn't have a shirt on. He was super healthy. Like he hadn't missed any meals ever, right? Yeah, no, it's super healthy. Yeah, if you're in a third world country, the fatter you are, the wealthier you are, right? So I assume he's really wealthy, right? He eats all the time. So he doesn't have a shirt on. It's kind of warm Saturday night, it's warm. So maybe it was hot. I don't know. And then another guy's following him, and the other guy looks like he's going to whip his ass. So shirt's off, right? So you assume a fight's about to happen.
Tarps off, boys.
Right, yeah, tarps off. So I thought we're in store for a hell of a Donnybrook, right?
Right.
Dude, like that dude was ready for a Tilly. So I'm watching, and now I'm locked, right? Nothing else matters. This fight of two drunks is gonna is and the one guy pulls his dick out and takes a leak, while the other in front of the other guy, they're still talking face to face, But
Is it aggressively talking?
I don't know yet. You know,
Some dude takes his dick out and starts peeing while you're trying to fight him, and the fight's over.
the fight's over, right? You know where you're at.
Right.
So anyway, then they hug,
Yeah.
and then they look like they're gonna fight again, but then they hug, and I'm like, it was the most gross shit I've ever seen. Not ever, but pretty close. So then we leave and we go walk. We leave there. The cars are parked far away, so we're walking through downtown. And at 9 p.m., which is still fairly early, right?
Right.
The bars close at 2 or 3. At 9 p.m., there were so many people that could barely walk. Barely walk. I'm like, what the is going on, man? I've had a shot and a beer.
Right.
These dudes are stumbling.
Hammered.
There's a guy who's passed out in a wheelchair all alone in the middle of the street.
They take it seriously down there, man.
All alone. Passed out in a wheelchair.
In a wheelchair.
All alone. Like, his friends just wheeled him away and
Right.
went back to partying. And
You're
left
cut
him
off.
Left him in the road.
In the road.
He's passed out in the road.
Well,
Now,
maybe
they
his
had-
friends
they had-
didn't do it. Maybe he wheeled himself on the road and
Right.
gone.
Like, that was it.
a lot
Like,
of energy,
he was just
man.
trying to cross the road.
Right. It's a lot of energy.
Yeah. Why did the handicap cross the road?
To get to the other bar.
Right. So it's interesting down there. It is. So
I bet.
yeah. But definitely Monday, Tuesdays are completely stupid to be open down there. So we're not going to be. So we're going to be Wednesday through Sunday. Sunday was decent. Good tourist coming in. Half the people that bought cigars were tourists on Sunday. Saturday we had quite a few tourists as well.
That lends more credence to the bicycles.
Absolutely. So we had, there's one couple that they hopped on their Harley in Iowa, and I think they just followed the Mississippi River down, and then they just ended up stopping in Alton.
Right.
And so I sent them over to Max to eat, and then there's another couple that was coming over from Missouri. They stopped in when they saw the banner. It's such a great, like, there's people that literally just stop in to get cigars because they saw the banner from the highway, like, because the banner's a little too big.
Right.
So there's that.
Right. So don't approve that sign. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I'll keep my banner on the building and literally keep bringing sales in. So
There's no rules against banners?
well, yeah, that's the funny part. Yeah, you can have a banner forever.
Just hang that banner on the very, very top once you do get your sign.
Yeah, just staple it to the roof.
Just hang it up there at the top.
So did I tell you what I'm going to try to do with the ceiling of the cigar shop?
No.
I'm going to because the ceiling's garbage now because I took all those braces out, those unistruts.
Right.
So since they went through to the second floor
Right.
to tighten them, that's drywall. So it just went through the drywall
Right.
like a lot of them did. So the drywall's all screwed up. So my plan is, because I like to do stuff with cigar boxes, I'm going to take lids of cigar boxes and do a whole collage on the ceiling because it's only like 800 square feet. I don't know how long that'll take me. I've emptied one box down there in a week.
Right.
So the Crown Heads Mule Kicks, the new ones, the 2022 release, we sold 10 of those down there already.
Jeez.
Yeah. So that's that store is gonna if tourists are going.
Well, we knew it was going to be.
Yeah. So it's just telling me that people want to buy the higher end cigars down there.
Right.
So like I won't have Jeff's Odysseys down there.
Right.
So Jeff can go to Rosewood Heights where he belongs.
Right.
Right.
Right. Not classy enough for downtown
Right.
Alton.
You take your Mercedes and you take your Aston Martin
Your
and,
clapped out Mercedes.
and you go to East Alton where you belong. You cross that
Right.
creek and stay. Just stay on this side of the creek.
We went to Sonic. Since you said East Alton, we went to Sonic down there, and because I really wanted a cherry limeade.
I just had one.
And from where?
Sonic,
Oh, where at?
the East Alton one.
Yeah, we
It was
went down
delicious.
there and got two different ones.
Right.
And they were both terrible.
Now so here's how nice Sonic was. Emily wanted some mozzarella sticks, which are delicious there.
Right.
Holy crap, those are good.
Right.
I got a cheeseburger, which I'm gonna just stop eating cheeseburgers anywhere because they're all garbage.
Right.
So anyway,
King Louis has the best cheeseburgers.
Well-
I haven't been to Charlie's yet. We were going to go to Charlie's before that Sonic, and they were too full. I don't want.
Oh, where they slammed. So I want to try Charlie's root beer. I haven't been down there yet.
Mini Corral.
Does it taste like Mini Cross?
It's homemade root beer.
No, it's just shit tons of sugar.
Well, I didn't think mini crowls was that sweet, but it's
Jesus Christ.
to me, homemade root beer. I've had homemade root beer from several places, and I don't like it for one. But it all tastes the same to me. It all tastes the same.
I just don't. I like it a little more carbonated than like homemade root beer doesn't have enough carbonation for me. It's like flat.
Right.
If I want a flat root beer, I just leave 2-liter open, and then it tastes like homemade root beer.
Right.
So, but yeah, no, we went through there, and then so I ordered 1 cherry limeade, cheese sticks, and a cheeseburger with bacon on it. And the burger wasn't bad. I mean, it filled me up. It did what it was supposed to do. But they brought me 2 cherry limeades, and so I give the lady a tip, right, a couple dollars, and so she's walking back with the other one. I'm like, yo, what are you gonna return that? Why just give it to me? She's like, oh, okay. So I had 2 cherry limeade. Both of them were good.
They were terrible.
No.
Their machine was out, and I told them after the first time, I was like, I think your machine, whatever your machine is out. And they just brought me the same garbage tasting cherry limeade to replace it, and I was like, I just told you what was wrong with it. Fix it, and then bring me one.
Hey, sorry, this came in. So Leo's got 3 cigars from some guys out in California. I'm drawing a blank. Anyway, he's got 3 cigars. They're called the California Dreamins, something like that. So he's gonna, we'll get him on the cast maybe soon, and then we'll smoke some cigars from out west.
From California?
From California, the California Dreamin' cigars. I believe I've had one before. It's actually a decent cigar. So we'll talk to him, and maybe I don't know. We got to figure out some new tech. Got to get the camera going.
Yeah, it wasn't flashing when I walked away from it a while ago, but this might be black and white again.
Could be black and white, which is fine. It covers up my gray.
We'll just figure. Oh man, she took a picture of me at the zoo yesterday.
How old did you look?
I was carrying the baby.
Right.
And back to the car, which I learned something. Carrying a 20-pound baby up to the bridge and then across the bar, probably about a mile, close to it at least.
Right.
Dude, when I got to the car, I was done.
Arm.
I was done. No, just me entirely was done. Of course, I'd been walking around all day.
Right, that's why I asked how many hours you were there.
Done.
Right.
But I had my hat off because the sun was beating. Babies don't have a lot of hair.
Right.
So I had my hat off because the sun was beating down. And it was kind of holding it over her head to,
Yeah.
shade her from the sun. And she took a picture of me like that. And it looks like I have a full head of gray hair.
Yeah. You look a lot younger with a hat on.
A full head of gray hair because I guess the sun was just, it picks that gray up.
Yep.
Oh, man. I was like, don't ever take a picture of me with my hat off ever again.
Yeah.
That's why I was growing it out because I could see it turning gray. And when I was growing it out, it wasn't all gray. I had my natural color hair.
Right.
So.
Yeah,
Now I'll grow it back out.
I haven't shaved this off, man, and I'm like, God, look how much white's in that beard.
So,
this old stuff. Did you get a job yet, bro?
I was beat though by the time I was done carrying her.
Look at, he doesn't have a house, but he's got a checkbook.
Right.
I mean, you're the fanciest homeless motherfucker
Got
I
a
ever met,
checkbook.
dude. You got 2 jobs, 2 cars,
2 jobs,
no homes.
But
That's what I said. Single wide and Ferrari all day long.
Single wide in a Ferrari. That's all I need.
you don't even live in a single wide.
Right.
I live in a quarter wide.
Right. Well, it's almost.
All right.
It'll be a double wide after we knock that wall down.
Yeah.
We're just going to expand it into the Mexican restaurant.
That's right.
That's fine.
Right.
I'm down with this.
All right.
We done?
Yeah, we're done.
It was fun catching up.
Like, share. Ain't none of y'all sharing.
Nobody really watches, though.
Leo's not even sharing.
Leo doesn't share?
Leo shares once in a while.
So you want to try to go live?
Like, subscribe,
Let's
share.
try to go live.
I think we should make a plan to do something from the Alton shop.
From the Alton shop. Yeah, you know what? You want to try to do that next week?
My problem is I don't want to get up and drive to the Alton shop, then have to drive here afterwards.
Well, let's record on a different day.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll do a different, like an extra or something.
Okay.
There. We'll use that camera to do it.
All right, there you go. Do a little 30-minute down at Alton.
Yeah, we'll go for an hour.
We should do it on like on a
I got to figure it out.
Friday, Saturday night.
I got to stop being lazy about it.
Let's just do it with We need to do it with the window in the backdrop in the evening so we can watch the people falling down and peeing. And random water coming out of second floor building windows. That actually happened.
Yeah. Like, subscribe, share, interact, comments, follow the Instagram page, Unrolled Cigar Podcast.
That should be picking up a lot because the weather's getting better.
Yeah.
We're going to start one-wheeling. We're going to start working on a new truck. We'll document a lot of that hijinks. And as soon as my rib gets back into place.
All right. I'm out.
Yeah?
Yeah, I gotta.
You got to go to the bathroom?
Yeah, I got.
Oh, he's got to go.
I've had to go for.
He's got to go.
For a minute now.
He's just leaving in the middle of just like that. Just done.
Oh, I'm like clicking cheeks.
He's not even turning it off. Jeff, you want to get on? Fill in.
I gotta finish that email. I just fucking missed a number, you dick.
You missed a number?
Yeah, I think I got the right numbers in here.
We're just going to sit here in awkward silence.
About 15 minutes?
Well, I got this much of a cigar left, so I'm just going to keep smoking it. Chuck will cut this shit out anyway, so the fuck do I care?
Yeah, a short podcast for once, that'd be fine.
No, that was an hour and a half.
Yeah?
Yeah, hour and a half cast. Yeah. But yeah, my shoes just left Singapore.
No shit.
Yeah, handmade. I thought they were stateside. I was wrong. Oh. Hey, do you want a 99 Grand Cherokee?
No.
Okay. This is if this stays in the podcast, this is typical cigar shop talk up here in Rosewood Heights is random car deals. Looking for my chair tracking. Oh, that's not it. Here it is. All right. Chair tracking. Oh, today. Today they say they're going to show up. It's weird how they keep changing it. Every day they're showing up. Oh, well.
Ridiculous amount of paperwork.
That's a good job, though, bro.
All that I make money now.
Oh, man.
How stupid is Illinois? Like, if you have 2 jobs, you get taxed more.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers. Let me put this back. I'll be right back.
You know, my guy never got back to me on that Vantage. I don't know. He didn't. Well, he was looking for a beater truck, even though he's got a beater truck, and his Infinity went down. So I said, hey, I got this Ford Explorer that doesn't go backwards. And he goes, well, what the fuck am I supposed to do with a Ford Explorer that doesn't go backwards? I go forward, motherfucker. How often do you drive in reverse? Not that often.
Who lives in the past anyway?
Right. Nobody lives in the past. Right. So, anyway, then I sent him the Aston. And I was like, well, if you want to go backwards, I have this car. Just give me 30 grand, bro. He's a single guy.
Right.
He doesn't have kids.
I don't know why the hell the thing hasn't sold at that price.
Well, we haven't put it on Marketplace, have we?
You're right.
So, just like that Ford Explorer, I haven't put that Ford Explorer on Marketplace yet. I probably should.
So what exactly is wrong with that turd?
Well, I don't know.
Okay.
It runs and drives great. It just doesn't have reverse. So it could be a solenoid. It could be,
Transmission control module.
yeah, it could be something stupid. Like it's a 2005, and it could be electronics or it could be mechanical.
Okay.
But even the air works in that Ford Explorer. Right.
Yeah, it could be just something stupid, but chances are. Ford Explorer. What year is it?
2005. Box body.
You know you're still up to the golf right now, right?
What? Yeah. Well, if I leave it on, don't take that last putt. I'm getting ready to get course record. If I leave it on, and it doesn't make a sound through the whole podcast.
No shit.
Yeah, so if I just leave it, that's been like that for an hour and a half, hasn't made a single sound because it's just waiting for me to finish the game.
Can you not turn the volume down?
Well, you can, but it still will like reset after so long.
With a television, you can blame it on the television.
No, it comes through the speakers in the console. Yep,
Not too bad.
not too bad.
So what are the new developments you got going on? Shop life.
Thursday we're getting $25,000 in air conditioners put on the roof at West Third.
Not cigar shop related though.
No, not cigar shop related.
AC work good in the new building.
No, not really. It's like humid in there. Probably because the basement's full of water because the river's up.
The ConAgra rat yet?
No, I haven't come across those yet.
Exercise to adoption.
So I found I know, because I've been down there during the flood. So I was at the West Third building, and I opened the door to go upstairs, and a rat was coming downstairs. So he's a little cute brown guy, though. Yeah. So that was right when the river was coming up, and we had all that rain. So I think he was just looking for dry ground. Yeah. So Steve brought a bunch of poison, and so he'd throw these bags down for them to grab, and dude, he put one down, walked to the other end of the building, came back, that bag was gone. Yeah. So they're starving in there. There ain't no food. So one was scratching in the walls. So I took the paint stirrer and I started smacking the walls, so that way I didn't damage the property. And so I started to go downstairs to find him. My mom goes, "You gonna kill him?" I go, "With a paint stirrer? I'm gonna give him a spanking, tell him to stop scratching on the walls." Well, yeah, how you gonna kill? What am I, MacGyver? I can't kill a rat with a paint stirrer. I mean, I guess I could. Right. I was just gonna spank his bottom. Say, "Hey, buddy, you stay down in the basement and you can live your life." Yeah, well, my grotto, so that front, the grotto in the front, well, it's now a Jamestown wishing fountain. Yeah, so Jeff, this is real. I go down there, I take penny out of my pocket, I turn around, I make a wish, and I flip it over my shoulder into the wishing well. I mean, that water's been the same level for over 12 months. It's crystal clear. It is weird. It's just I think that's why they put safe doors in front of it. Like it's holy water. Yeah. So, I mean, there's not a lot of buildings, I don't think, with their own grotto. I mean, if Exhibit were to like redo a building in Alton, right? He would put a grotto in, and I already got it.
He would.
Right. Like I pimped my building. Well, my building pimped itself.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's all concrete, but yet there's still a pool in there.
Spa down there.
Sort of, yeah. So if we throw enough salt in there, we could float. Yeah, that's like those float places. Yeah, except for you can do it in a natural limestone cave.
Yeah, you gotta be salt in it.
Yeah, you got to put salt in it so that way the body's buoyancy. You have to have more salt than what's in your body. Yeah, and then you float on top of the water.
So,
Have you not done one of these floats?
no.
Okay, so
I know a lady that's done it.
Yeah. So I've done them. So you go, and if you have any open wounds, so we work on stuff.
Yeah.
We have cuts. It burns like you can't imagine for probably 5, 6, 7 minutes until like it heals it basically, right? And then so when I was floating, I'm just laying there and my head, it was just going too much. I couldn't relax. So, and you're in this like little egg, like where I did it. So I was like using my shoulders to bump the side, and I was literally playing Pong, but I was the ball. So then I ended up falling asleep in this thing.
You're supposed to.
Yeah, you can fall asleep in it. So I fell asleep in this pod, floating on water, and it was pretty wild. Am I bleeding?
No.
Oh, feels like I'm bleeding. But I fell asleep in it, and because you can only play Pong for so long, it gets boring, and so I ended up falling asleep, and I wake up, and it's startling because now you're in water and it's all pitch black, right? So it's like I was like, holy. Yeah, so it's yeah. Do you want to play a game? So anyway, yeah, it was a cool experience. I don't think I would ever pay for that again,
Right.
because I didn't get any kind of therapeutic thing out of it. I was in pain at first, then bored, and then woke up. So I'm like, why would I pay $45 to take a nap?
Yeah, when you can sit here.
Yeah, I mean, Steve sleeps here. I could sleep here. So, yeah, it was not. To me, it wasn't worth it. I don't see that being any kind of real therapy. In my opinion, I'm sure it helps somebody.
Paper saying, how does that make you feel when you wake up? It's a little therapy to me.
Right? Yeah, yeah. It's like, hi, do you feel rejuvenated?
Show me on the dog where I touched you.
Right. Yeah. I was like, man, I didn't know I had like a open wound on my calf, and now I have,
What does fuck do now?
dude, it burned. Like I had a scratch on my calf, right? It burned. It was insane.
It's like jumping in a vat of peroxide.
Yeah, it was. It was absolutely terrible. Huh?
Did you get everything turned off?
I haven't turned anything off. I've been recording this whole time.
I've been hot micing it.
Yeah.
No, this is done.
No.
No, it's still.
Yeah, it's still going. I've been